Greetings everyone, this is Ryan. In today's video we're going to cover Mevo Multicam Studio App and talk a little bit about the layers that have been added to the scenes that have also been added to Mevo Multicam. It's giving a little bit of trouble for people. First, I want to say I did encounter some issues with the app today, and I had to uninstall it and reinstall it to get some things to work correctly. So sometimes that's a hang up. It's not anything, not a slight on Logitech Mevo or anything like that. So here we go. I've got two cameras set up, and I've got a third that is on another network. So I want to get this camera on the same network as the rest of the three. And usually, if you give it a few minutes, if your Bluetooth is active on your device, on your mobile device, either tablet or phone, it will eventually find your Mevo, because that's how it locates or how it pulls the Mevos in. It uses Bluetooth to grab the Mevo, and then it tells the Mevo to find this Wi-Fi connection. So, incidentally, you're going to see this up here at the top, which says switch on your Mevo, and it's searching. It's always searching. It's not going to stop. You can also click that plus button if you know what your Mevo's IP address is. That's advanced. We're not going to do that today. So I'm going to click setup. Yes, I have Wi-Fi. Very similar to what you've seen before, I'm sure. And I'm going to find my home network. So I've found my home network, and I'm click next, waiting for it to connect. It is now connected. All right, so all three devices are now in the library, live sources. But if we switch to the studio, they're not there yet. So go back to library. We're actually now going to connect. So there's the first one. I'm going to connect the second one and connect the third one. So there you go. They are now connected, and you can see videos. Go back into the studio, and there it is. And you can rearrange these the old way. You have to press on it, and then it'll unlock. I can't do that right now because I am using a computer to show you this, to show you how things are done. So you're seeing an arrow. So now I've got all three cameras, and they switch. Also, just to let you know, you can resize your monitor, your windows here. So I've got three cameras. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. So the next thing I'm going to do is let's build a layer. So I'm going to click on this one, or let's start with this one. So I'm going to hit Open Scene Creator. So now, here is my camera. I'm going to create a scene. And what I want to do is add a full screen layout. So I don't have any assets for that. But what I can do, we'll go back out of Scene Creator. You can add it in Scene Creator, but what I'm going to do is show you how to do it in the library. I'm going to add an asset. So I add the asset. I'm going to do a graphic. Or you can do, they do PDF presentations, countdowns and stopwatches. You can also do video playback. I'm just going to work on graphics today. So I build my own full screen overlays. You can do lower thirds, over the shoulders, and corner bugs. I'm going to let you figure that one out. It's pretty simple to do, but I build my own. I like to do what I want to do. So we now have our full screen overlay, and you can rename the graphic. Let's give it a second. Clicked on too much. All right. So first thing I'm going to do, though, I make alpha graphics, which, don't have any background. I'm going to take my color opacity and bring it down, and I'm going to want to bring in my own image. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to select my image. Here's my son. I'm going to make him internet famous, and add that. And then, you can turn it, switch it around, do whatever you like, move it around. But I like it the way it was, how I built it. So done, and there it is. So now it's in here. You can also add text if you want. And I'm going to change the name to Happy Birth. Whoops. Happy birthday. So I've done that. I'm going to click done. You don't have to label it, but I do. Or I do it. So now it's in my assets, as you can see. And then again, you can, this up here, it groups them to graphics, presentations, media, so on and so forth. You can change all that. I'm going to go back to Studio. Now, when I added it to library, it added it to here into Studio. So now I can control it here in Studio. So if I only want it, I can select it to pop up, and it will stay up with all the camera changes. So there you go. We added that. Now, I'll take that off. I want to actually add something else to this that I don't click here for. So I want it to only show when this camera's up. So I'm going to open Scene Creator. I'm going to add a layer. I'm going to create a new asset. I'm going to do it this way because when you add things to the library, it adds it all here and it gets, rather bulky is the best way I can say. There's a whole bunch of stuff here and you can actually hit it when you don't want to. So back to open scene, I'm going to add a layer. I'm going to create a new asset. I'm going back to graphics, a full screen overlay. I'm going to turn down the color opacity, and then I'm going to select my image. So I'm going to select this, and I can't really see it, but I'm going to preview it. So there you go. I like this one. So I recently did a Santa on a fire truck with my fire department, which I work full time. So I added this on here, and there it is. It's in the corner. I like the way it is. I can call it Chase Cam. So there you go. Now I'm going to add that. Now that is a layer added to the camera. Now, want to show you something here. Sometimes you might think that camera needs to be over top, but no, this needs to be your base, and this needs to be on top of that. So everything that you want to show beyond that needs to be over top of your main image, whatever that might be. So now I've got that. I've got this set up the way I like, and I update it. It says it's active, so it's going to currently change it while it's live. So I said, yeah, went on and did it. So there you go. It is now on top. This scene is here. So anytime I switch back to it, it's there. So now I hope you understand a little bit more about the layers on these scenes, which is now what these are called now. These are scenes, full screen scenes. Picture in picture, you can do something very similar. Let's do a picture in picture real quick. Just remembered how to do that. So we're going to open Scene Creator again. We're going to add a layer. So I'm going to add, let's see, we'll add this one here, add to the scene. Now, if you noticed, this is over top. No matter what I do, it's not going to switch. So I'm going to take this camera right here. I'm going to select it. And I'm going to, if you can see in the corners, these little dots, I'm going to take this and shrink it down. Now, there you go. I'm going to move it wherever I want. I like it here in this corner right here. And then I like where it's at. So I'm now going to update it and apply changes. So there you go. Now in the main window, as you can see, you've got something of a picture-in-picture. They're going to do an update on this because I think it was a little bit difficult for some people to understand how to do this, or I don't know, but they're going to bring it back. They're going to bring back picture-in-picture. I'm going to layer settings real quick. Let's see. There was something I thought maybe I could do a border. But I don't think that I can. I wanted to check real quick. That may be the only thing that you cannot do with the picture-in-picture. Yeah. I was just looking in here. This is the first time I've actually looked at that. Sorry about that. We'll work on that later. I got to learn how to do that. So, but anyway, the scene is there, and I can switch. There's your picture-in-picture. Hopefully, this helps a little bit more, and you get to fully understand the creativity that you can do with the studio now. So, don't be frustrated. If you need if you have some questions, reach out. I will try to answer them. Of course, you can ask them here, or you can find me on my Discord channel, which I will put in the descriptions. Thanks for watching.